Yo, welcome back, guys. It's been a minute and a half. And honestly, after my hiatus from Pokemon, I honestly didn't know if I will ever return to record on this channel. But if you're seeing this video, you already know the answer to that, and I appreciate you checking this out. If you're new, I appreciate you even more for finding my channel. But yeah, I thought the best way to return to recording would probably be doing like a draft season. And with that being said, I decided to join the 11th season of the TCL. I want to give out a shout out to the admins for accepting my application and allow me to partake in this again. Shout out to Fox and shout out to Pokepants and no one else. If you know, you know. This season is actually going to be a 12-team league and chock full of content creators, so their links are going to be in the description down below. I highly suggest you guys check them out. I'm still trying to get my feet wet to recording again, so it's going to be a slow process, but I hope you guys can stick around with me and help me with this team that I got down. And with that being said, let's get into the team breakdown. Going into a draft, I usually have 2 or 3 mons in mind that I kind of want to try out for the season, and this draft was no different. I was actually lucky enough to be the 3rd pick in the draft order, so I was pretty much guaranteed to have any of the 3 that I wanted, and I actually had the option to pick either 3 of them. So the one I actually went with was Kingambit. This is gonna be my first time actually using this mon competitive at all. Actually, I think this is gonna be my first time using this mon at all. I don't think I used it in like the game itself before. This is gonna be like pretty exciting for me. I had the other 2 mons I had in mind of picking first was Iron Val and Great Tusk. Iron Val because of one of the best fairy types in the game right now and the speed. Great Tusk as being like one of the better offensive mons that it's also like really good utility. But Kingambit is more of like a tanky late game sweeper with some of its moves and like sets that I can run with it. And with that said, let's get into the abilities that it actually has. It has pressure, which I can see myself doing something versus some teams with pressure, like a PP stall variant, Defiant, which is great in the meta where not that many mons get defog, and the mons that do, not that many of them can actually touch Kingambit, so threatening to boost me with Defiant boost, or like even webs is like a very big deterrent versus this, because like if you want to give me a +2, then hey, that's stronger than like a boost from Supreme Overlord. And then the signature ability, Supreme Overlord, a few notable moves that it gets is being like Iron Head, Kowtow Cleave, Stealth Rock, Sucker Punch, T-Wave, Swords Dance, just making it like a very scary mon to like prep for, and I'm excited for it to be my first pick. Going into the second round, I had my eyes on 2 different mons, and I decided to go with my first mind, because this mon I may never have usually get the opportunity to get, because it usually goes before I can even pick it, and that mon being Baxcalibur, the crazy mon itself. This mon is like insane. If you ever used it before, just getting up a Dragon Dance or a Choice Band, or just like there's a new set that's running around that I really don't want to talk about, because never know who's watching it, never know when I'll bring it. But yeah, this mon has some fun to it, being like a dragon. I know in like a prior league I was in, I was pretty much in trouble because I never really had like a good offensive eyesight. I have a dragon and I have an ice type in Baxcalibur. Now, it has its signature ability, Thermal Exchange, which pretty much prevents it from getting like Will-O-Wisp burns. I get boosted on fire moves, which I'm neutral to. Not that many mons in the game that will use fire moves. Even like staff fire moves will actually hurt Baxcalibur that much. And so it just like actually boosts me. And the second ability being Ice Body, giving it like a leftovers boost and the snow, which far more better than Hail ever been, giving some mons some crazy defensive capabilities. Some key moves that it has being Dragon Dance, EQ, Facade, Glaive Rush, which is signature move, Ice Shard, Icicle Spear, Taurus Dance, and a few other moves, I should say. And off rip, having Kingambit in Baxcalibur kind of made this draft very fun to me. So I'm already off to a good start. Now, going to the third round, I'm the third one again on the swing downwards into the third round. And this was the mon I was deciding on whether I should get it or Baxcalibur. Now, the reason why I went with Baxcalibur before, because this mon has two variants of itself. And I thought if I went Baxcalibur, actually this mon has four variants of itself. If I went Baxcalibur, I was guaranteed to get at least one of the variants of it. But if I went this mon for a second pick, Baxcalibur could have been gone and I'll have to look for a different dragon type. And the mon I actually got was Slowking. I know I can't remember who was behind me that actually was interested in like a snow team. I forgot. I have to relook at the draft order. So I was like, I gotta get this now, because there's no way that going back down and going back up, this mon is gonna be still available to me. And I got Slowking. Slowking, aka Galarian Slowking, is the tankiest mon when it comes to special side out of the slow brothers, I should say. And it just has offensive capabilities, even though it's like a little bit more than normal Slowking. Being stab, poison, it can like tank fairies, is quad resistive fighting, which Bax and Kingambit appreciates, killing reception, which they both appreciate as well. It gets a lot of utility. It's like a very weird utility wall, but also offensive threat mixed into one. Usually mons are either one or the other, or one or two, but this kind of has like a feel of all three. Some key moves that it gets is being Future Sight, Chilly Reception, like I said, Calm Mind, Nasty Plot, Trick, T-Spikes, T-Wave, Trick Room, and yeah, it's just like a very general good mon, and I'm glad I got it within the third round. Coming back into the fourth round, I kind of promised somebody I wasn't gonna pick more offense because I was out of my mind right now. I was like, you know what, let me get some good defensive mons before they're all gone, and I'm just like a glass wall draft team, and I chose Vaporeon. Now Vaporeon is weirdly another mon that usually I don't get the access to. I usually either goes to a different person before me, or I already have my mindset on a different water types. But this mon is kind of what I need. It gives me like a more general bulky mon that has Cleric's ability. I know this generation it got access to a few good moves, and this being like a draft league, it allowing like dry pass, makes it a little bit, gives it a pivot move that it lost in flip turn. Pretty much the common ability, water absorb, hydration. Maybe I use hydration at one point. I don't know, but yeah. Some of the key moves, it lost toxic, which is a big thing, but it gained calm mind. and I don't know if that's a fair trade, but it's a trade regardless. It has access to Haze, Wish, Acid Armor, Baton Pass, and Ice Beam. I put Wish down twice. I'm looking at this right now. But yeah, that was my next pick. Going back down, at this point in the draft, I'm not really sure on what I wanted to go. I had 2 more mines, but they were lower picks, so I decided to go pick them early, even though I felt like they probably would be around later on into the draft. But I decided, like, if I can get these mons early on, then I could just pick best Pokemon available and what, like, kind of works for my team. And I decided to go Audino. Now, I will say this, at this point, prior to picking Audino, I was under the belief that this was a multi-Terra captain draft. And I was like looking at Audino like, oh, okay, I can get Audino, get Terra Ghost, Terra Fairy. It'll be like a great wall. Up to this point, I reread the rules, which is very important. And I was like, oh no, wow, I want to get 1 Terramon. So these next 2 picks are like, I still want to use them, but they're less valuable because they can't Terra. But yeah, Audino give me like a Regen Cord. It only being weak to fighting. It's cool with Slow Bro because kind of have like a soft Regen Core, with it being neutral to it being immune to Ghost, and the Slow Bro, also King, being quad resistant to fighting, kind of works out for each other. It has access to knockoff, Wish, Healing Wish. It's a screen setter, T-Wave, Toxic, Trick Room, so very big utility mon. I know, like, if it had Terra, it could have been like a bigger offensive threat, but hey, that's besides the point. Going to my 6th pick in the 6th round. Ooh, that's all I gotta say about this. Like, I forced myself to pick this mon because it's been like 4 leagues that I've been a part of where I was like, you know what, I'm gonna draft this mon, and I just never drafted it. And I was like, you know what, I gotta make this time the chance, so I can never have to be worried about like, damn, I should have drafted this mon, or I should draft it next season. And that mon is Coalossal. Oh, how it pains me that I drafted Coalossal and both Arcanines are still available till as of this recording, and it pains me so much that I chose Coalossal over them. Going back to what I was saying about me originally believing this was like a multi-Terra draft league. I originally wanted to get Coalossal because I thought of like, ooh, Terra Grass, Terra Water, and maybe Terra Ghost. Maybe, but at least Terra Grass and Terra Water would make this mon crazy. Since it have access to Flash Fire, not Flash Body, Flame Body, and Steam Engine. I can see with Terra it having crazy matchup possibilities. Flame Body on like water types. Terra Water with Flame Body kind of just like nukes a lot of physical mons. Flash Fire with Grass giving only like a few weaknesses that it can't. Like, it's crazy. But this is not. It's not a Terra Captain. It is not my Terra Captain, so I gotta throw those dreams away. It gets access. The main reason I kind of wanted it because it gets access to Stealth Rock Spikes, Rapid Spin, Body Press, Iron Defense, and Will-O-Wisp. This is gonna be a nice mon to pair up with Vaporeon. It's quad weak to water and is really weak to ground, which I don't really have that much of a ground weakness. I mean, like 2-3 mons don't appreciate it at this point, but hey, it's not that big. It's not that big of an issue to work around, in my opinion. But yeah, that's the Coalossal pick. Round 7, I'm I'm looking at every fairy type go, and I'm getting nervous because I'm like, usually I'll get a fairy the 4th round, like where I picked Vaporeon, I don't usually get a fairy. But now they're starting to fly off the board, and it's not that many good fairy types this generation, so that was one thing. And even though I kind of have a few like regrets with this pick, I'm kind of shocked that it fell to the 7th round. But I got the new Mon Enamorus not the turtle one, this one. Yeah, I was like, it wasn't originally in my plan. Originally, I was thinking about getting the Enamorus T, and I thought that'd be cool, but it went before it, and I was like, damn, now I'm looking really stupid right now. But with this one, it's a very good Scarf Mon. It can like, it's a good special breaker. It's like, kind of feel like I kind of like messed up like my draft value picking this Mon, but regardless, I'm glad I'm gonna get the opportunity to use it. It gets Cute Charm and Contrary, which are good abilities in itself. Key moves being like Draining Kiss, Earth Power, Moon Blast, Mystical Fire, Sludge Bomb, Superpower, and a few other like utility moves that can make this Mon very interesting and like hard to team build around. Then looking at my team so far, going to the 8th round, I was like, you know, I need more hazard removal, because if I don't have enough hazard removal, people are just gonna hazard stack on me, and that's not good. So I picked up Altaria, which was cheap for 3 points. I was gonna say $3. 3 points. And yeah, this Mon is like kind of low-key, kind of goated in its own way. Though it doesn't have access to Terra, which will make it even better, it does have access to its 2 abilities, being Natural Cure, being a Mon that can like soak up statuses. Like if I feel like someone's gonna T-Wave me or Will-O-Wisp me or Toxic me, go to Altaria and just switch out. Hey, no harm, no foul. Or Cloud9, which with a lot of the photosynthesis Mon going around, I can literally just throw this out and just like, no more sun for you. And it actually does like negates the boost, I believe, from photosynthesis. It gets access to Defog, like I said, Moon Blast, Dragon Dance, Draco, Haze, Will-O-Wisp, and some other cool utility moves that may be in store, maybe, but who knows. Going to the 9th round, I'm at this point, I'm just picking best Mon available. I was like, cool, I don't have a ghost type, and this Mon looks fun, and I need speed. At this point, I was like, 106 being my fastest Mon is not good enough for me. I do need a little bit more speed in my team. And I picked up Zoroark, and not any Zoroark. I picked up Hisui. I can never say this. Haitian or Hisui Zoroark. Don't crucify me in the comments down below. But the new normal ghost type, it pairs really well up with my earlier picks, with illusion. Like, if you think there's a I'll say this because I feel like I am gonna get somebody with this in the season. I don't mind saying it now, but if you see a Kingambit with Dark Pulse, don't know. It's a 50-50 chance that I actually put Dark Pulse on Kingambit just to fake people out to think it's Zoroark. I mean, like, people are probably gonna see the damage like, wait. But hey, don't trust certain mons on my team. If you see a Slowbro Nasty Plot, it might not be a Slowbro. If you see an Enamorus Sludge Bomb, it might not be an Enamorus. That's what the beauty of this Zoroark kind of gives me. Few key moves, it being Bitter Malice, Nasty Plot Hex, Knockoff, Memento, and U-Turn gives me like another good like pivot mon with 2 different ways to pivot, and then like also knock off to get rid of pesky items. But hey, don't trust what you see when you play me. If you see me bring Zoroark, don't trust nothing. Don't trust nothing. Next pick, going into the 10th round. Well, this was pretty much the stopping point for some people. They didn't need to draft any other mons. You had to have a minimum of 10. But knowing me, I always go plus, beyond, ultra. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to get the max, which being 12. So, okay. My 10th pick was Sandy Shocks. And I was like, I need a ground type and I need an electric type. And I do want another mon that can set up hazards. And also another mon that can set up screens. Photosynthesis gives it a way to, if I decide to do like a sunny day team, I can like have it go real fast, like real fast. It gets access to Stealth Rock, Spikes, Thunderbolt, Thunderwave, Screens, Power Gem, Earthquake, and Volt Switch. I don't know why I put me U-turn right here, but gets those moves, making it like a very good special breaker. Is bulky, deceptively bulky, and like a mon that doesn't care if like grassy terrain is up with earth power, which is pretty big when it comes to some teams. They use like grassy terrain for like the cover up weakness to ground types. Earth power, it's not effective. Next, my 11th pick being my Terra Captain. It was between this pick and Rhyhorn, or not Rhyhorn, or Rhyperior, which is pretty much a budget Great Tusk in a way, but I decided to go with Primeape. Budget Annihilate at a low discount of 5 points. No, 6 points. 6 points. It has the ability Vital Spirit, which prevent me from sleeping. Anger points, which is a way to get a +6 if I get credit, and Defiance. And with this mon, I decided to go with Terra Fighting. I was allowed 1 free stab, which that's the only stab it has. Terra Ghost, Terra Fairy, and Terra Water. The reason why I picked these types, Ghost gives me a spin blocker that also punishes teams for defogging on it. Fairy, it beats other dark types, and it can live a hit from other fighting types, and it also can punish a lot of mons in the tier with being a physical fairy type. And Water is just like general good typing defensively. Originally, I was thinking about doing Terra Steel, but I decided against it because it was like Terra Steel. It does give me a lot of resistances, but then I lose to a lot of other mons, and I don't see me using Terra Steel over Terra Water. But hey, it's actually an interesting Terramon. It has 95 speed, so it's not too terribly slow, but it also outspeed a lot of the more prominent mons in the draft. And I can run it either with Scarf, I can run Bandit, I can run Eviolite. This is now pre-evolution. It gets access to U-Turn, Close Combat, Curse, Bulk Up, Drain Punch, EQ, Encore, Rage Fist, Gunk Shot, Seismic Toss, and Stealth Rocks. So this is going to be a fun mon to kind of use, see if I can play around with. I know that I know certain EV spreads where I can EV spread it out where it's as bulky as an Annihilate, but with a little bit less power but faster, which is in itself pretty good, pretty huge. But let's see. And then we have my 12th round pick. Now this mon is on a 2-day contract. I mean a 2-way contract. I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep this mon. I'm not sure if this mon is gonna even make it to like week 4. This mon is on the chopping. This mon is first on the chopping block if anything should go happen, and that is Sandslash-Alola. Now the only ability I can run with this is Slush Rush. unless I'm not running. No, I think yeah, Slush Rush is the only ability. Even if I did run Sandvale, I can't because I'm not sure if my opponent might bring trying to snow. So yeah, Slush Rush is the only ability I can really run. Now, the reason why this mon is on a two-way contract is because I was like, you know what, I need a mon to set up Aurora Veil. It'll be like a quicker version of screens. I want a mon that can break screens. I want a mon that can get speed boost in the snow. It gets knockoff. It gets rapid spin. It gets stealth rocks and spikes. But that typing though, this mon is like, this mon kind of won out versus like six different mons that I had in mind. I was like, you know what, I'll give Sandslash a shot. It's cheap. It was only like 3 points. And I was like, if anything should go wrong in this season and Sandslash is not pulling his weight, this boy is first one out of here. It's going to be the first one out of here. So don't get too attached to Sandslash. Hopefully he can do crazy numbers this season. Hopefully it can last, but I don't know. I don't know about this mon. Well, tell me what you guys think about my team. That's pretty much the team I have. Week 1 has already been announced, and I'm going to start team building for that, but this is pretty much my announcement to the TCL. This is pretty much my announcement that I'm joining the TCL, and I look forward to the season. Shout out to you guys for supporting this. I'm trying to bring a win to the Motor City Rotoms, and I hope you guys can stick around to see that. And let's hope week 1 goes well. You usually don't know how your team fares until like 3 weeks into the draft, but hopefully it does well. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.